Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, October 18th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I harmonize with the universal wilding of my soul. And today we have Venus shifting into Sagittarius. This is the first thing of the day, at least on the West Coast. It happens at 12:01 a.m., the shift into Sagittarius. And I'm really excited about this transit, especially this year, because this year has been so much work, so much heaviness, and I'm getting a really light feeling from this transit of Venus in Sagittarius. The feeling of freedom, the feeling of expansion. And that is the hallmark of Sagittarius is freedom, openness, adventure. And so Venus in Sagittarius, I'm getting the message of wilding, the energy of yes and what else? And I decided to look up the definition of wild because I'm like, what does wild really mean? And the first definition is like an animal or plant living and growing in a natural environment. The second one, which I like a little bit better, is uncontrolled or unrestrained, especially in the pursuit of pleasure. And pleasure, that is that energy of Venus. And so it's time to allow the feminine energy within us to open, expand, explore, and get a little bit wild, whatever that means to you. And this is really interesting transit-wise, because right now we have Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius in Libra, and now we have Venus, which rules Libra in Sagittarius. Did I just mess it up? We have Jupiter in Libra, and then Venus in Sagittarius. So they're like kind of playing with each other, and we're trying to find that energy of harmony with Jupiter in Libra. We're trying to find that self-love, that energy of yeah, I matter. And so Venus in Sagittarius is just going to be enhancing that by asking us to be yes and. What's true for me? What's right for me in this moment? How can I inhabit my natural energy? And the feminine energy is on the increase right now. It is the fires of the feminine, the Shakti energy is rising. So this is really your opportunity, male or female, or anywhere on the spectrum, to really step in to the wild unboundedness of the feminine. And it makes me think of, there's a few quotes. One is like, if you've never been called, I can't get it exactly right, but uncontrollable, or I'll post it on Gaia Blooming, but basically, don't worry, there's still time. And then there's Rumi, set your life on fire, seek those who fan the flames. This is a time to really open into that energy. Where have you been holding back? And where is it time to burst through those restrictions? So that's Venus in Sagittarius. Also interesting, we have the moon in Gemini, and the moon shifting into Gemini wants new experiences. It's like, yeah, let's do this, let's learn this. And the moon in Gemini and Venus in Sagittarius are meeting in opposition at 0 degrees. And when I was looking at the 0 degrees, 0 is transformation. We got transformation today. But I also looked at the openness of it. And so that's that energy today that we're being called upon to honor, is that openness. What is your soul calling? Where is your soul calling to be that wild horse to, leap the fence and be like, this terrain is my next place. I need to explore here. So be open to that, and be open to, gotta open your mind in this. Open mind, open heart, that whole thing. But be open to the new that's asking to come into your life. We are being asked to bring in some experience energy. And so this is part of the flowering, the growing, the blooming, but we need to be open first. Helping us open, we have the moon connecting to Jupiter. And so moon connecting to Jupiter, moon in Gemini, Jupiter in Libra, this can bring in new people. This can bring in new relationships. This can bring in new possibilities. If you are open to it, that's the key, is that openness, the openness of the circle. I keep just seeing the openness of the circle. The final aspect of the day is the moon connecting to Neptune. This is a square, and so this may be where you get kind of caught in your head. This may be where like the universe is like, hey, this way, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know, am I capable? Should I? Shouldn't I? All those things may come up in your mind about that. However, this is at 9 degrees. I made a 9 with my finger. This is at 9 degrees. 9 degrees is that degree of passion. So it's like connect into that inner fire. Let your heart, let that inner fire guide you into your yes and if you get confused. Now, we are building to Mars conjunct Pluto. And so that's a little bit interesting, especially in light of the passionate energy. This is happening in Capricorn. This is happening early tomorrow morning. And you know, Mars and Pluto can have interesting reputations. They both connect with the sign of Scorpio, so they both connect into this transformation energy. What comes up with this is as you are, where are the words? As you're stepping into your wilding, make sure that you're not doing it for the wrong reason. Do it because it's true to your soul. Don't do it just to be wild. Don't do it to raise eyebrows. Don't do it for the attention. Do it for you. That's where like it really comes down to, is this for you or are you doing this for some other reason? That Mars and Pluto in Capricorn, you know, the Capricorn energy likes to be seen in certain ways. And so as we step into this wild, you may want to be seen as this wild person. Put that mask on. This isn't about putting on a wild mask. This is about honoring the true nature of your soul. And that's it. Nothing else beyond that. So somebody else, you know, out there, their wild may look very different from your wild, but it's not about comparing the wilds. It's just about the truth of your soul, expanding your own experiences in this energy. What comes up around this Mars and Pluto energy, I said this yesterday in my write-up as well, a quote from Dumbledore, you're going to have to choose between what is easy and what is right. And so this is an opportunity to really show up in alignment. Capricorn energy, to me, the highest vibration of it is the responsibility, is how you are showing up. And so with this, you may be tempted. You may be tempted to go an easy route. You may be tempted to do something that's not in alignment with you. Keep coming back to your inner fires. What is true for you? Find that place and don't let the rest of the world talk you out of it, because the rest of the world may still be following the old procedures. We are birthing a new reality. We are transforming. We're stepping into this new energy. We're letting go of the old. Here we go. Letting go of the old to birth this new experience. Stepping into our queendom, flowering energy, or kingdom, you know, if you resonate more with that, but we're stepping up into this energy, which means we have to honor, trust, obey the wild energy within your soul. And I think that's a big part of wild, is when you're willing to be like, that is not in alignment with me, and I'm going to be true to me. So, I remembered one of the quotes that I had too. Well-behaved women rarely make history. And that's true for, you know, any gender, but that energy, well-behaved women rarely make history. It's time to make history by you being you. It's time to make herstory. So beyond that, I have the card Faith, and it says, stay calm and breathe. You're a divine being of love, and you have so much good to serve the world. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world and in yourself. And I think part of this wilding is releasing the light. I think many of us, in staying safe, in staying, I don't know what the right word is. Words are eluding me today, but in staying in this old alignment, we've held back some of that light, and that light is like ready to like burst into the yes and energy. And tantric union, and I love some of what is written in here. Tantra is a love affair with life, awareness of the divinity within you, honoring of the sacred and divine within another. It ignites an internal flame, a universal creative force that spirals from deep within our being. Let's see. The ebb and the flow of the ocean is tantric union between water, the moon, the air, and the earth. And there's a deep desire in all of us to connect spiritually and physically. So what this is saying to me is like, It's time to get into this union with your soul, the way that the ocean interacts with the moon and the sun and the earth and all that energy. Are you stepping up? Are you wild like the ocean? It's time to let the wild horses within you come forth and express. So, yes, and is the motto. That's it. Book a reading if you'd like to go deeper, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.